And then I get first time again.
Yeah, sometimes,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes put the question around, what would you have? You know, they haven't kind of been through. You know, what's your expectation there? Hey,
Hey,
how are you?
how are you?
Yeah, that they want to do a whole array. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But the latest for awful is really
Oh, wow.
amazing was.
Yeah, they've already gotten that through.
Yeah.
Now, we went to them by the other night, and I'm not thinking, like, what are they doing? That's what they want. What did they do?
But they're up and down the river.
Right.
And Eagle, you know. But they wanted to do the rest of the marina with them, and
Oh,
I never knew that. And when I saw that, I talked with Brian, and he went back to the Eagle and asked her, maybe we should put something here.
yeah.
So we took that off, it was, oh, can we?
It was. Yeah, pretty good. It was their fault. Yeah.
Let's do
So
that.
we'll see what they do.
Yeah.
They get that right too.
Yeah, they do. I've been out on the lake.
We put it in a folder next to the change. But it was approved back in December, by the. Give people.
What is it about? Silver.
Yeah, that's it.
And you can see all of it,
Yeah.
the bottom and the top. You see the little boats.
That's all.
It'll be on display. all of
Yeah.
it. Even the
It'll
keel.
keep the scum off of it. That's why you get those. They're so gross. So where did they want this?
And CPA's done their work. So.
So it's- It's a little bleeding.
Yeah.
He's on. He's on.
Yeah, we did. I didn't see it happen. We played it.
Sure, next.
See it? on the pages?
Did you see first?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's in my office.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
In Jack,
Yeah.
and he called me the next morning. I'll be the next morning. I hate to tell you this, but yeah, it's positive for COVID in your office.
Oh.
Great. They were all both their stuff. And got office pretty close for that. And I did let them in and out. When I saw Skip get out of his car, I had a separate entrance. So we were on. Close to home.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you get tested again? As we all move away? Yeah.
It was like shit, it was scattered. Anything, yeah.
Who's your shot? Come on. September, they think. Awesome.
Okay.
Oh, nothing on doing it in a mask.
Okay. It didn't indicate that she would not be here.
Yeah, I think Monday she.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, we could be out of here with play our cards right. 15 minutes.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's call the order. Wednesday, obviously, the 8th of Berkeley spoke.
Custer? No. Peterson? Yes. Dean?
Yes.
Cannon? Yes. Lewis?
Yes.
Beckman?
Yeah. No manager, no new comments. Brian, take it over.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. So I have a policy, there's a report for your Monday council packet. It will include items such as the electrical outage, just to kind of talk about the process that the city undertook to help resolve some of those issues that we were going to help at all. We'll have some Dune Ridge updates. But just to touch on that real quick, Dune Ridge is installing kind of a boat place, which was approved by you all back, I think, in December. So we've got a lot of phone calls about what's happening over there, a lot of theories on what's being constructed. I did talk with the contractors on site, wonderful guys. We did check with their development team. They are indeed building a boat lift. Spent 2 hours on the phone with the attorneys this morning talking about Dune Ridge, kind of the process now that the ZBA has done with their work, next step. So again, we'll talk about this. We might have a full session on Monday, in fact. So I'll talk to the mayor about that. And then also there's a temporary water hookup over there. There's a picture of somebody spraying a boat down with a temporary water hookup. That was approved through Cal Lake. So it's metered, and so they'll get a bill. It's a temporary hookup. So only spent about 2 minutes talking to the attorney about that temporary water hookup. It's a non-issue from the city's perspective. So those are the highlights. I'll have a full report for you on Monday.
Maybe I just, in case you get questioned on that temporary hookup, I don't know if you saw the picture.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, a pretty sophisticated look with piece of equipment. But anyone can request a temporary hookup. It's not unusual with building, filling swimming pools, or someone who may need to have a temporary water need has access to a fire hydrant, does not have a water main, does not hook up the water. Yeah, like say political, they went out and applied for it, they know it could have developed. And so they're also looking to bring it there, on water, wash boats, getting permits. The applicant's responsible for bringing Kelly installs it, takes it out. The applicant is metered for the use and they're responsible for any damage to that contraption. If you see, it's got a meter right in the middle. So
It's temporary to the end of voting season, I
they'll
guess.
they put a start and finish usually on the application. He didn't think anything of it, it's just, it makes sense. It's there. You're gonna pay for the usage. And then he felt bad when he got pulled into this. He got a phone call from somebody. Hey, the city wants me to take it out, I'll take it out. That's basically what he said.
Does the fire district have any jurisdiction over the use of those hydrants? Or they?
Or they can lay it like us.
It's kind of like
It's maintenance and operation, and because it's hooked up to the actual water system, which is actually drinkable, potable water. So it's one reason why it's something, Daryl's authority.
Okay.
Chief Janik was copied on the communications between Daryl and myself regarding that.
Okay.
And he saw the picture. Yeah, so
Well, I mean, I know
And he responded within minutes.
who Daryl?
Yeah,
Okay.
right, yeah, yesterday when he, when I got to went through this. And he showed up at the office. He did come on the front. Yeah. So anyway,
Okay, good to know. All right.
yeah, so now you know the rest of the story.
Any questions for me at this time?
No. Nope.
Okay, anything else to add to the workshop?
No, sir.
Guest speakers, business, get into the new business items.
Yeah,
District signage.
have to address that, Mr. Mayor. There's the cover page 2. City council has requested an opportunity to review the signage. So staff, intern Kate, myself, Scott Herbert, we did a walkabout yesterday morning talking about signage and some of the lessons learned from our signs that we put out last time. And so we attached 2 designs. One of the signs will be firmly secured on metal posts instead of those yard signs, which about, I think we lost about 25% of those are people's garages at this point. And we'll post those on their metal sign, they'll last longer, post it on a small metal post. There are some areas that there is not a great location for a metal post, so we'll actually, the other sign that you see is the form of a sticker on the sidewalk. So we think that in areas that we can't put the metal signs, we'll use sticker. There's a picture of what Douglas has done. And we'll place receptacles, trash receptacles on the main roadways where no trash receptacles currently exist, and that's pretty much the long and short of it. We did make some updates to the signage. Kate's still working on the verbiage, but we wanted to post all the rules on the sign in larger text, and also have a QR code. People can scan, find out what the participating restaurants are, and the rules also be posted on there. We could also give like a little placard to participating restaurants, so they also can scan and learn the rules at the restaurants as well.
Now, is there any way to show the cup on any of the signage or any of the here? The problem is everybody thinks, because don't ask me why, but people think social district means they can drink from wherever they want. They get confused. They're walking around with soda. And I just wish on some of the signage you could say must be in a cup bought at such and such, you know.
Yes.
Is that?
I think that's a great idea.
Yes, there's a way we can do that.
Okay, that's the only thing I would ask,
Okay.
because I almost see it all the time. So,
Yeah, that's some issues that have. Folks actually with 6 packs sitting down with the bar.
Is that snapping at us?
Yeah, this is,
Oh, that one?
it's this. It's not bad.
yeah, it's not somebody doing that.
It's not. Here.
But yeah, it's the only thing I would add, that seems great, the QR codes is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, a couple of follow-ups there. There was talk of kind of trying to create kind of a gathering place as part of the community. Have you made any movement on that yet? Or?
A little bit. So that was part of our discussion with Scott River the other day. Stopped by, saw Lauren, talked about it briefly as well. I think the Scott River presented the idea from Kate was to have like life-size, giant like Connect 4 sets, Jenga set. I might be getting all these games wrong. Potentially fireplaces, more seating. Scott's like, whoa. Can we just like start with our park and just kind of like break into this?
Right.
Because we have to move all this stuff every time we mount. So we did have a discussion. So that's kind of like the next conversation, the future council meeting is like getting a little organized with that. This little presentation specific to signage. Yes, there's been discussions, and we're kind of having to internally right now, we'll present our ideas to council. Kay's got really good ideas from her discussions with municipalities across the state, so.
And I would think once we stop mowing the lawn, like in the fall, then it wouldn't be such a big deal. And that's when we hope to have fire pits out, it's when the grass stops being mowed, right?
Yeah, from what I read, see, we're a little different, because we basically opened up our whole downtown, where most of them are in limited
It's just because.
street, and so then it's more of a gathering. You take it and you go to,
Yeah.
Buck Park,
Yeah.
that's the social
Yeah.
district.
So like for Rockford, for example, their places are further apart and you are allowed to walk to it, but there's a place to end up. So their district is large, but there's a place to walk and gather.
And they consume between the
Yeah.
walks and everything,
Yeah.
but they want to get.
Yeah, but they want to get it to where everybody else is. So that's,
Because it's a neat setup.
yeah,
They take the reading.
Yeah.
dude, it was really cool over the winter.
And not to interfere with the bar owners, but I've noticed there's like a really new innovative recycling cup out there. Have you seen these new aluminum solo cups? They look like a solo cup, but they are recyclable aluminum. They're very distinguishable from your typical solo cup. And I mean, I think you can buy them at retail, but to your point about something that's really distinctive to make enforcement easier, and they're recyclable, they're even reusable potentially. Maybe that's a problem.
We could sell them like Disney cups.
Yeah.
So,
It's large, so like they have their own, logo on it.
So the cups that we use are biodegradable.
Right,
So a lot of people are just using the biodegradable ones.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
These things are really cool. I guess like a nice feel to them. They feel like quality and
Sounds like a good idea for.
I think Ball makes, I think the company Ball makes them. Like ball candy jars. There's an ad campaign right now with that actor Jason Momoa kind of promoting. You may have seen that.
I think a recycling person should.
Got it.
I mean, I hate to put another like sort of thing on business people to say you need to use these cups, but they're kind of cool and it would be kind of mysterious.
You have to put their own sticker on.
Yeah.
They're supposed to,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know there's.
You gotta put the date on it.
yeah.
You give them.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
It's this is it's a workshop with Sky idea.
Yeah, no problem. I just want to mention that I think, memory serves me correctly, they wanted the more disposable type cups that they wanted glass.
So they're good.
They finished.
Yes.
The rest of the week.
Yeah.
That would probably be reason not to.
Anyways, cool idea, maybe for other applications.
That'd be good for us.
Not even the double. No, actually, not to digress, but the recycling committee was actually talking about kind of the next project would be a reusable cup. But also along the line of water stations and stuff like this, so to get away from plastic water bottles.
That'd be great.
Hold that thought. Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Looking forward to it.
All right.
Special.
Special event, everybody?
It's something pretty straightforward, SCA double book. So they need the use of half of the city parking lot. Friday, the 27th, 7 to 3 p.m.
7 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yeah, it's in touch.
I think we did this, we had this earlier in the year, right? And it was okay.
It was real.
Yeah.
It wasn't in the heat of the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friday morning.
Oh, it is?
No.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm thinking it was right for one. Because it was like their first.
Mhm.
First.
Mhm.
first
It was the very
one.
first one, yeah.
Labor Day week.
Mr. Mayor, I remember when they had to have weddings and they wanted to use part of our parking lot, they would pay for it. Do we charge them for this or is it strictly well? Because I don't know if the high school does parking on Friday.
They do, but not until later in the day.
Okay, until the evening.
Thursday, then.
Get it, the check, latest at the school. What school?
Yeah, I don't think it's. For the parking, because we wouldn't be normal. I think when that was, if I recall, Chris, is when they used a couple spots for the caterers.
Mhm.
And they took 3 or 4 spots they wanted, but so they agreed to pay 2 times the rate for the day.
Right.
If they wanted it blocked off. So that was a little different, if we were actually charging, schools actually charging. That is my memory.
Mhm.
Yeah, if I may, they're done by 3 o'clock, and you're out of the little things. I don't think they show up to parking.
And of course,
Yeah.
summer's almost over, a lot of regular people complaining, but.
Yeah.
Also forget.
That's right. Well, the good thing is, that guy is lost, and real lost.
Yeah, the problem is school and such, so they won't be able to use.
Isn't it such a?
Yeah, they started.
Oh, they start that Wednesday. What is it? Let me look at my calendar.
They'll be open that day, I'm pretty sure.
We start on the 31st.
Oh, that's good.
So it's
All right.
Except they accept monograms in order because they allow the seniors to paint space for this.
Yes.
Yeah, reserve is, they had to do whatever. So. So my grandson. He's out of town. So he lives with my wife. He's on, what are you guys gonna repaint? The city gonna repaint my parking space if they still keep it on weekends?
I don't. No.
We're like, okay.
Okay.
Can I get something, one more about, I think, and, if it comes up on a, temporary water connect, is that they can only use it for what they applied for, was vote, so I think part of it, what happened, okay, part of it, blowing the house, blowing up there, hooking up the water, 'cause it's drinking water, he said, where do you know that happened to local? Okay, they can't hook it up for any potable water, in fact, it's illegal.
Nice.
Okay, so in case that question comes up, yeah. That's all I can do. It's interesting, I think there was one vote there to watch.
Okay.
So, no public comment. Communication and council comments?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
I have one. I saw Brian walking around a lot. Really impressive. And I've had people comment to me about, oh, I saw the city manager out walking around. That's kudos to you for doing that. Also, with the lawn mowing and trying to help out Scott, do we ever put that out to bid?
Yeah. They made some attempts to bring in some outside services.
That nobody was interested in taking on all the city?
No.
Holy moly.
They didn't have the staff capacity.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna try to maintain the existing accounts.
Okay.
Struggling to do that.
We did that time, and we contracted that out, and it really didn't work out, but I have to say that was fast for. There weren't, that turned into a pretty sophisticated business model, just long one and stuff back then, it was like a guy put a low bid in, and he came in with his 12-year-old kid and run around.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
And
probably
it was better. I wanted a 12-year-old kid to do it. But anyways, we opted to get away from it and spend the money on a couple of legitimate lawnmowers that broke it down. John B. Wright, 30 years old. And about BW, professional mowers. Problem is get someone to do it now, even for us. Because we used to get like a retired dedicated guy, Mark Jones.
Yeah, he was.
For a long time, was retired and just came in and cut the grass.
Okay.
But anyway, it's long story. I think it's certainly worth one thing, if they ever get back to normal. I think it's worth at least some of the parts. Some of them.
Yeah.
I think it's on your list.
It is, yeah, we're not gonna do it, but I'm seeing some mowable services that are.
Thank you.
pretty easy to do.
Just to follow up what Chris said on beautification of the city of. Mount work group continues to meet, met yesterday night. They're feeling pretty good by September, they should have the site secured and looking a lot better than it currently does. They've done a lot of work and, a lot of sweat equity volunteer wise has gone into it. So the team's, I think, doing a really good job. And I think you and Scott for taking the time to sit down with Russ and his guys about, next steps. So
For pleasure.
appreciate
It's
that.
looking good.
Yeah.
I don't have anything. I was 5 minutes off.
I didn't see council.